Yeah, but
when you hear guys doing coke, that's the worst. That's the one that deteriorates you more than anything.
I never ever saw a cocaine in my life.
Me neither. I never done cocaine either. When I was a kid, I had a friend whose cousin was hooked on cocaine. I got to see it up close.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck that
Crazy.
stuff. That's a scary one for fighters too, because the thrill of cocaine for some reason is exciting to people who love like exciting things. Like there's something about fighters or adrenaline junkies that like to be pumped up, and yeah, Conor
crazy.
seems to enjoy it, which is one of the things that makes me think he probably won't come back. But if he does come back, it's got to be now. You know, again, at 36 years old now, Paddy Pimblett. That's the fight.
That's going to be a big fight.
Big fight.
Yeah.
But I don't even think Conor's in the drug testing pool anymore.
No?
You
don't think so?
I don't believe so. See if you can Google that. Find out if he's in the drug. I think he pulled out of the drug
he's
testing
going to come
pool.
back.
You think so?
Yeah. If they give the opportunity to I don't know, to guys like, I don't know what, 40 years old, like Arlovsky, you can have so many names that they fought at 40 years age. Why not Conor?
I know that you want a
point,
world title fight at 155, but would you make an exception for a Conor McGregor fight at 155?
But right now?
Right now.
No.
Good for you.
Do you think it's going to be excited if I beat Islam and then I give the chance to Conor?
No, I mean like right now, before Islam. Like if the UFC calls you up and says, I know you want a world title fight, we guarantee you a world title fight after this.
Actually, we had that talks a little
Really?
bit. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know.
What was that talk? Tell me what that talk was like.
No.
Come on.
After this one, I know I'm going to get some calls. You know how the UFC is. They are like very specific.
Yes.
Don't say anything.
Right.
To no
late.
one.
Well, no one's listening. You can tell everybody.
Yeah. Only a couple of million of people is listening.
Yeah. No one's going to notice. It'll slip right by.
So, if they offer me a fight against Conor right now, we'll see. Why not?
Why not?
I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say no.
Just for the numbers. You
Yeah.
get a cut of that pay-per-view and it hits 2 million buys.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Why not?
That's the thing about Conor is like still.
Yeah.
Even though he might not be the best fighter in the world right now, he's the golden goose.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
That's something that you can't take away
kind of
from him.
amazing. You know, that he still guarantees that many eyeballs will go to see him. You know, it just.
That would be a great one.
Conor's been tested 11 times last year, 5 the year before, none this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He was tested this year? No.
None this year.
None this year.
That's what I'm saying.
11 times last year.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's in the testing pool anymore. I don't know. You know, I've heard no plans. You know, the UFC would tell me. I would say, what's going on with Conor? And I don't even bring it up anymore.
I think with him, it's going to happen like instantly. If something happens.
Well, that's crazy. I mean, if he's going to prepare, he needs like a real long camp to really get his body back to fighting shape, like real fighting shape. And he's got to remember, you know, what happened when he came back from boxing and then fought Dustin Poirier.
And it depends who he's going to face. Because
right.
if you put him against me, he needs to die and be burned again.
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah. When you think about like your division when you were the champion at 145, would he have been the fight that you would have wanted when he was in his prime at 45? Would that be the number one fight that you would have wanted at 145?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
My God.
For sure. He was a dangerous guy in 145.
He was so big.
He was big, dangerous.
Yeah.
He had that
Smart.
knockout power, smart. Yeah.
Yeah. One shot knockout power. Yeah.
He had that.
Yeah, but when he would make 145, I remember that was back when the weigh-ins were literally right there. You'd weigh a guy in, and then they would cheer in front of the crowd. Now the weigh-ins are early, and it's a ceremonial weigh-in. So when Conor would weigh in, he would look like death. Death.
Yeah.
See if you can find the video of the weigh-ins with Conor McGregor versus Jose Aldo.
Yeah.
He looks like he was on a boat in the middle of the ocean for 6 months. Like, look at him. Look at his face.
Wow.
Look at his face. Look at that one right there with Mike Goldberg. Click that one with Mike Goldberg.
Right here.
Yeah, click on that. My God. Look how fucking skinny he looks. Look at his face. His cheekbones. He looks like he just got out of like some Russian prison. Like that. You know what I mean? Bro, that one on the right is
He looks
insane. It's
Fucked
fucking insane.
with muscles.
That's insane. I wonder how much weight he lost.
I think he walks around in 185.
So he lost 40 pounds before he fought? That's crazy.
He fought also at the welterweight division, right?
Yes. He fought, he fought Donald Cerrone, who was really not a welterweight either. He was a 155-pounder, you know, but he wanted to fight welterweight when he came back. Like when they were talking about Chandler, he said he wanted to fight at middleweight. And Chandler was like, okay. Like, but, you know, part of me wonders, like, whether he was ever really going to come back, you know? It's, you know what I mean?
I really think that at some point he's gonna come back, because I don't think that he wants to leave the sport with a defeat.
Right.
This what I don't think. I think that he's gonna come back, try to get a win, and then retire in the octagon.
Well, I'd like to see that. I'd like to see him one more time. It'd be good for him too to actually go to a real camp and stop partying. You know.
Would be good for him, for his family, for everyone.
For everyone.
But at some point, he's going to stop.
He's got a lot of legal problems, too, you know? There's a lot going on with him in Ireland.
I really think that he's going to come back at some point, but we'll see.
There's also the problem of that shin. You know, when a shin snaps like that, nobody really comes back from that and
He's
fights
fucked.
at
His
an elite
body is
level.
fucked. His toe is fucked. His chin is fucked. His body's fucked. With that much parties and drugs and all that, you gotta have to pay that price at some point.
Yeah.
And you are paying the price with your health.
Yeah.
Which is the dumbest thing you can do in your entire life.
It is. It is a dumb
It
thing,
is.
especially for an athlete.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He also suffered a lot with the weight cuts. That's a big damage for your body. That's also one of the reasons why I changed the weight class, because I realized that my health is the most important thing in my life. You can have everything in this life, but if you are not healthy, you don't have anything.
Yeah, when you're cutting that much water out of your body, you're essentially getting to death's door. You're getting to death's door 24 hours before you fight.